I want to address the issue of marijuana where my case is concerned with regards to the judge trying to force me to stop smoking pot. The reason I objected to this was because marijuana is legal in our state. And at the time that my daughter had been removed, one of the reasons that they claimed for this, their biggest reason they claim, was because a picture I posted of me holding a joint with my daughter sitting there smiling with Upton in the background, a poster of Upton, Fred Upton in the background. One of the reasons that I posted that was because of his stand on alternative medicine, especially where kids are concerned. But my point here is this with regards to the judge, as far as refusing to honor her request for me to quit smoking marijuana. It was for two reasons. Actually, more than that, but I'm going to get into all of that here. The main reason is because I had a prescription for my medical marijuana. It was not something that I was just using vagrantly, and I have taken responsibility for that. Especially in making sure that I had an alternative person, responsible person, that was present at all times while I had to consume my medication in front of my daughter. This is not something that's being addressed in my situation. They didn't want any of it in the house at all, in spite of my prescription, which is a violation of my right to choice when I had a prescription and it was legal for medical consumption. The other problem that I had is the religion involved in, like I said, in Genesis 1:11, 129, and so many other, Exodus 30:23 through 25, where it's in the anointing oil formula, marijuana oil is. There's so many religious reasons for me to have told the magistrate no, because it violated my right to religious freedom under the First Amendment, Article 19. Then on top of that, she could not give me any specific guidelines that would give them a scale to judge as far as marijuana being something that was a problem in my situation. I had shown them in the past, with my history with their drug dropping me in the past, that I could quit consumption of marijuana when I chose to or when I was ordered to. This was no longer the issue with my case. What was the issue now was that I was using it for medical reason and had a doctor's prescription, and the judge was not legally supposed to tell me not to consume it any longer. I don't drink alcohol or consume any other drugs. In fact, I'm allergic to anything that's opioid based. And that's documented. So they knew that I wasn't a drug addict, and they also knew I wasn't an alcoholic. They knew I didn't drink, even though they lied on the history with my children, trying to say that they both had fetal alcohol syndrome when neither of them ever did. And I didn't drink with either of them. So there's no reason for them to have made these conclusions. And it's my understanding that they did them because it was a standard procedure for the kids that they wanted to make sure that they maintained custody of, which is very, very vindictive and nasty and malicious. With regards to the court, it's manipulative. And it's a waste of our taxpayer money to be taking kids that don't righteously deserve to be taken from parents just because they don't like, a judge doesn't, or a magistrate doesn't like who that person is or who their parents are, or whatever reason they choose to pick on a person who doesn't deserve to have their children taken. We need to use the resources and the laws, especially where the ethics laws are concerned, with regards to fixing these types of situations. Again, it's another reason why people looted and rioted last year. When they see people being picked with wrongfully within the system, it makes people mad and upset, especially when they're trying to do things to help the system, like I've tried to do with requesting regulations and guidelines regarding people who care for children, so that we have a foundation to go on when we're talking about removing kids. That's a righteous thing to ask for when your kids have been taken because of marijuana. But these guys could show me no standard at all, which is a violation of my rights and Tiara's. It's also a violation of my right to due process and hers, especially when I had a doctor's prescription for medical marijuana. With God's love, God bless America. Have a blessed day. And back to badge.